Welcome to On This Day in Grateful Dead History. Today we're looking at May 15th, 1977, St. Louis Arena. We've got a review here from GratefulDeadBook.com.
Yeah, and the reviewer, they kind of summed it up as, very nice, maybe a little laid back, but still with that really strong May 77 playing.
Right, that classic May 77 sound. So our goal is to kind of unpack that laid back but strong idea, find the highlights.
Exactly. And hey, if you want to check out the whole week's worth of shows, there's a link in the bio for This Week in Grateful Dead History. It got listening guides and everything.
Cool. Okay, so first set. The review says it set a confident, tight, relaxed, and powerful mood. How did it kick off?
Well, they opened with Bertha, and it was apparently super kicked back, but still, strong. Had a nice build-up in that anymore part at the end.
Yeah, I can picture that. And
Straight into a pretty rocked-up Good Lovin', so bit of an energy shift there.
Okay. Did it stay high energy?
It mellowed a bit. Road Jimmy was next, described as just pleasant but average. Nothing too special there, maybe.
But then things picked up again.
Seems like it. Minglewood apparently had some real bite. The reviewer felt it showed the band was, playing better than the last few shows.
Interesting. So hitting their stride, maybe?
Yeah, and even Tennessee Jed was truly bouncy and lively, kind of getting its old charm back.
Nice. What else stood out in that first set? Lazy Lightning Supplication was in there.
Always good.
Yeah.
And this was only the second time they ever played Jacaro.
Oh, wow. How was it?
The review says the band seemed really into it, better tempo than the first time apparently, and just masterful playing all around.
And wasn't there another debut?
Right after, the first ever Passenger, though it was apparently much tamer than the versions people got used to later on.
An early glimpse. Any other first set moments?
Yeah, a little finicky tuning jam, kind of fun before Brown Eyed Women. But the big highlight, clearly, was Dancing in the Streets.
The jam anthem version.
Exactly. 17 minutes, had this guitar fireworks ending, sort of like Truck In from later that fall. Jerry was great, but lots of interplay too.
Sounds killer. Okay, moving to the second set. The review mentioned two distinct jams. What was the first one like?
It started with Estimated Prophet, but a longer, kind of jammed out version that flowed into a really beautifully expansive Eyes of the World.
Another jam anthem then.
That's what they called it. Lots of rapid fire playing from Jerry, apparently, building right up into drums.
And after drums.
A fiery Samson and Delilah just kind of rip through things. Lots of energy there.
Okay, so that's jam number one. What about the second distinct jam? This is where it gets really interesting, right?
Totally. It kicked off with a pretty solid St. Stephen. But then right at the Been Here So Long part, it breaks down.
Breaks down
into Not Fade Away. But then inside Not Fade Away, it morphs for a bit into Iko Iko.
Whoa, the first ever Iko Iko.
The very first. And it sounded, well, really different. Still had the Not Fade Away rhythm, slower, more laid back, not that lively, boppy feel it got later.
Huh. So an early experiment.
Definitely. Then Not Fade Away comes back and leads into Sugar Magnolia. They actually never finished St. Stephen.
Crazy sequence.
Yeah.
So despite being called laid back?
Yeah, the reviewer gave them high marks for shaking things up like that. It feels like even with that mellow vibe, they were really exploring maybe, like the review hints, a bit of a warm-up for the Tuscaloosa show coming up.
So for you listening, this St. Louis show, May 77, it really paints a picture, doesn't it? You've got this laid-back confidence, but also these huge jam anthem moments in Dancing in Eyes.
And those new songs developing, like Jacaro and Passenger,
Yeah.
plus that really fascinating first draft of Iko Iko.
It's a great snapshot of the band, just constantly evolving, trying things out. What really stands out to you? Is it that contrast, the laid-back feel versus the big jams? Or maybe just hearing about that very first different-sounding Iko Iko?
Yeah, it really makes you think about how one show fits into their whole journey. Definitely worth exploring this era more if you haven't.